Georgina in a second. So let's hear her dulcet tones again and also her marvellous trumpet playing. This is her version of I Won't Dance. She won't either.
I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, monsieur, with you. My heart won't let my feet do things that they should do. You know what? You're lovely, and so what? You're lovely, but oh, what you do to me. I'm like an ocean wave that's bumped on the shore. I feel so absolutely stumped on the floor. When you dance, you're charming and you're gentle, especially when you do that continental. But this feeling isn't purely mental. For heaven rest us, I am not asbestos. And that's why I won't dance. Why should I? I won't dance. How could I won't dance. Merci beaucoup. I know that music leads the way to romance. So if I hold you in my arms, I won't dance. You're lovely, and so what's so lovely? But oh, what you do to me. I'm like an ocean wave that's bumped on the shore. I feel so absolutely stumped on the floor. When you dance, you're charming and you're gentle, especially when you do that continental. Oh, but this feeling isn't purely mental. For heaven rest us, I am not asbestos. Merci beaucoup. I know that music leads the way to romance. So if I hold you in my arms, I won't dance.
Georgina Jackson and I Won't Dance, and she is our very special guest tonight. She began her career as a trumpeter, playing up and down the country in big bands, eventually having one of her own, but secretly wanting to be out front in a posh frock singing for a supper. Apparently, the man from the Times put it this way: if you can't get to see Diana Krall, Georgina is a great substitute. Well, take that how you will. But it is the wonderfully talented Georgina Jackson in front of me. Hello, love. How are you?
Hi, Claire. I'm very well, thank you. Nice to see you.
You too. So let's go right back to the beginning. We know that you were... Where are you from?
I'm from Wigan.
Very good.
Yes. in Lancashire.
Yes, of course, the kind of, has a great tradition of big bands, bizarrely. Yeah. But where did your initial love of big bands come from?
It probably just came from being in the Wigan band. I mean, my parents weren't great big band fans at all, so I just wanted to be in the Wigan Youth Jazz Orchestra. I just used to see them going around the schools and playing in Wigan Town Centre, and they all looked so cool. Yeah, wow. It was. Yeah.
See, because I have been wont to bang on about the worrying lack of trombones, or not lack of trombones, but the lack of people to play them.
Yeah,
there are more than enough trombones to go around.
About, second-hand shops.
And what I've always, talking to Ian Darrington, who is, the founder of the Wigan Youth Jazz Orchestra, he said, well, we've, never had a problem with trombones coming through or girls coming through because, there aren't many girls in big bands. Mm-hmm. And I remember talking to you about it. I said, well, what was it that made you want to be in that orchestra?
They just seemed to have so much fun. They were off on tour to America and doing all kinds of brilliant things and wearing brilliant tracksuits and shell suits at the time. And you really wanted to get your hand on one of those shell suits with your own name embroidered on it. So basically I would have done anything to get one of those.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. And it was just great. I mean, and as soon as you started playing in the band and hearing that music, then I would, I wanted to listen to more and more of it. And there was lots of it around.
So it was a kind of a social thing and a peer group thing. And you wanted to be a part of something exciting.
Exactly, yeah.
See, it's we need to spread the word more about stuff like that because playing in large ensemble groups, it's very exciting, isn't it? And it does kind of, it provides you with a kind of a social network and something to be proud of, to be a part of. So not trumpet first, cornet. Was that right?
Yes, well, when you're very, very tiny, your arms don't stretch long enough to play the trumpet, so you have to be given a little tiny cornet, and then gradually your arms grow, and then you get and your mum and dad save up, and then you get the trumpet.
Yeah,
but we do need to invest in it more, like you say, because we invest a lot in sport and things like that, and we think that's good for kids, and music's brilliant for kids.
So maybe kids' arms just aren't growing long enough to play the trombone.
You might have a point there. We need to do some stretching. That might be illegal.
So when you were coming up through the ranks, were there many girls in the band?
Yes, there was actually. There's always been a kind of a good mix of girls in the kind of youth sector of big bands and things like that. I mean, never 50-50. It's never been that much. There's always been quite a good mix of females and males. But it is as you get kind of the level above the youth jazz orchestras that you find them dripping off, really.
Yeah. And why do you think that is?
I don't know. Or whether it's not the lifestyle that doesn't appeal to ladies. I mean, there's lots of driving late at night, as we both know, and parking in strange places. And, it's
sharing cars with strange people.
Yeah. Lots of strange people. Yeah, I'm not going to mention names, but yes, that's right. Sometimes it isn't very woman friendly, and I just think that people get put off by things like that. And when you're a teenager and you're going to school and you're carrying a big trumpet and it's not very cool, and everyone else is, going to discos and I'm going doing a function on a Friday night. It can be not very cool. But now, when I see my old school friends, they wish they'd have carried on with the trombone.
Exactly. But I'm fascinated because one of your early gigs, you played with the great Eric Delaney.
I know, I'm so lucky, aren't I? Really, really lucky. Eric was such a great man and he was so encouraging of me. He was really nice, and I couldn't believe it. At the age of 18, I was staying in caravan parks with Eric Delaney and his band, and that was a bit of a grown-up experience. There was only 4 people in the band at that time. There's Eric and his timbs and his drums and all the kind of paraphernalia that went with him. Lit up, smoke going, everything going. I mean, you had to prepare yourself because there would be massive explosions during the show. So you'd be playing the trumpet and all of a sudden you might actually...
Eric could explode.
There'd be things flying everywhere. And sometimes we'd go and play in the clubs up north, and I wouldn't be allowed in the bar to go and drink because it would be with a men-only section. So I'd have to sit in the band room while they all went to go and drink and then play the gig. And Eric's pad was so difficult. Tony Fisher used to play trumpet with him for lots and lots of years, and lots of amazing trumpet players. And I got the gig. It was absolutely exhausting every night.
And how long were you with Eric then?
I'd say about 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't as busy as he was in the 60s, obviously, but it was a lot of travelling and playing, and a 4-piece band, it was quite a lot to do.
Oh, now, I was really tickled by your first track that you've chosen. Tell us why you've chosen this one.
Well, I just think it just makes you happy. And for me, music is a great healer, really, and great thing to make you happy. And I'd vow anybody not to put this track on and not dance around the kitchen to it.
So this is That Riviera Touch by Ron Goodwin and Morecambe and Wise.
That Riviera touch can open up any door.
It can mean so much in happiness and more. So jump on a jet, you're set to get swinging attention.
An aperitif will bring out the third dimension.
That Riviera touch will make him adore her more.
He'll revere her touch forever and evermore. Cherchez la femme,
And you can live so much.
venez donc.
Get that Riviera touch. It's a swinging number, isn't it? Oh, it's great. Oh, it's a fabulous number. I like that bit.
Oh, it's good.
In you come.
That Riviera touch
Will make him adore her more. He'll revere her touch.
forever and evermore. Cherchez la femme,
And you can live so much.
venez donc.
Get that Riviera touch. Isn't that off somebody else's record?
That Riviera Touch, Morecambe and Wise.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's such fun.
That was the first choice of my very special guest, Georgina Jackson. And just before we played that, love, you said, you know, music to me is a healing thing. It's, you know, this is an uplifting track. Because you weren't enjoying the best of health. You know, it's not so long since, is it?
No, about 5 years ago, I started recording the Watch What Happens album, and we had a lovely day in the studio and things were going fabulous. And a couple of weeks after that, I found a lump in my breast, and obviously everything had to go on hold. I got diagnosed with breast cancer, grade 3, quite a serious thing, and had chemotherapy and radiotherapy and an operation. And so that was an awful lot. But I mean, my musical friends were amazing, and my producer Chris Travers is amazing. He used to let me go and sing when I felt well enough.
The treatment is exhausting, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's really, really hard work. But I do think that music and playing music, for me, it just takes your mind off it. When you're in the middle of doing a gig, nothing else matters. That's all you're thinking about, you know, and it's really relaxing for your brain to turn off all that worry and to turn it into something positive. As you know, you came and did my charity concert in March, and we raised loads of money.
This is what I was going to say. You decided, in your own way, to raise some money.
Yeah, that's right. When I got diagnosed, the doctors were so good and the nurses were so good. You kind of think you've got to do something. And for us, you know, it's a nice night out playing some music, isn't it? You know, and it meant an awful lot to those doctors and nurses.
Well, it was amazing. So you got together some incredible players.
Yeah.
Matthew Ford came to sing.
did, yeah.
I did a few
Yeah.
tunes.
Yeah.
And you, belle of the ball. But how much did you raise on that night?
We raised £10,000 on that night. It was amazing. But the most important thing was the profile and the publicity. They've launched this charity, and the specialists have been dying to launch this charity for years and years, and they've never quite gotten round to it because, you know, obviously they're doing the medicine. They're busy with other more important things. So that's really good. So that's carrying on. That's Mountain and Breast Cancer Research Charity. So I'm sure I'll be doing some more for them in the future because they work so hard.
When I see you perform, and you work a lot with Pete Long,
Yeah.
it's as much about the music as it is about the show, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think anyone wants to go and pay some money to watch people look miserable on a stage but I think it should be entertaining. It should be fun. I mean, it should have every emotion. I mean, not just fun. It should have, it's a bit of sadness, bit of hope, bit of happiness, fun. You know, concert should have everything, shouldn't
It's a
it?
journey.